There's a lot of different materials and things that you can do to collage your portraits together. You could first of all maybe rip up your individual portrait pieces and re-collage those back together on a different piece of paper. In this video, I'm using newspaper and magazines to put together and collage just right on top of the charcoal portrait. And then I'm going to leave out some of the details of the facial feature, such as the eyes, the nose, and the lips. Just so it can still look detailed, but I can bring out highlights and shadows using the collage here. So I just collage the background using some of that newspaper, and I'm just ripping it up, overlaying it, and as I go, I'm holding it down and just painting over with Mod Podge, and that's going to hold those pieces collaged together well. And then when I'm adding these magazine pieces, I'm looking for lighter colors or warm colors for the highlights and darker, cooler colors for the shadows. So areas of highlight, yellows, oranges, reds tend to work well. I would really look for mainly yellows and oranges for highlights. And then areas that are maybe medium tones, I would look for greens, blues, to go in those medium toned areas. And then in the darker areas or shadows, I would look for black or dark blue, dark purple. So again, cool colors in shadows, warm colors in highlights. But think about what other materials you can go in and collage with and continue to layer things. So I put in some thinner stripes of that neon paper to work as leading lines. So remember, as you're collaging, to think about how you could use leading line and follow framing and other focal point and compositional rules as you're putting these together. So as I'm going, I'm just painting over certain areas with Mod Podge, ripping pieces out, going over the neon areas to build layers. Think about what else you can collage on top of this. So maybe you could rip up pieces of tissue paper or tin foil. You can kind of crinkle and add to some areas of highlight since it's a reflective surface. Or maybe you print out pictures of your portrait and rip up other pieces of your second portrait to collage in some areas. So be creative with it. Think about what unique materials you could use to collage and add into either the background or the foreground. You'll also notice I started going over some of the areas of this collage with charcoal to darken some of the shadows or just to make more of an outline around the face to really bring out those medium tones, shadows, and make the highlights pop more. But again, be creative. There's a lot you can do for this collage technique.